Hey guys, welcome to All More Fam. I'm back with a review of one more book. So today I'm gonna review Rich Dad Poor Dad. You might think this is very old book. Why I'm gonna review this book after all these years? Actually, I'm a kind of person who reads more fictional books. After time, I felt like I want to read some non-fictional book also. So I got this book because it's till now the number one personal financial book. So it's very famous even from 2000s also. It has been released around 2005. So I thought, why don't I give a read of this book? So after reading this book, I want to give very genuine review of it. So this book gives the insights of the author. He mentions how he has become richer in his life and who are those rich dad and poor dad are. He considers his father as a poor dad who does only a day-to-day job and all his money is just sufficient for bills and all, there is no savings. That's why he calls his father as a poor dad. And he calls his friend's dad as rich dad because he has more insights of how to improve in the financial status and how to improve the business and all these things. That's why he calls both of them as rich dad and poor dad. That is the story behind the title of this book. So this book is the best selling book. So here the book itself says it's a best selling book, not the best written book or the best written author. So after reading this book, I felt like it's like more a kind of economics textbook and also not so deep. It always mentions about how he has invested some money in the stocks or any other bonds or any real estate like that, and how he got profits from it, and if he got profits, how much profit did he get. And sometimes he has also mentioned some examples which he did in his own life. But one thing I didn't like about this book is he always spoke about his profits and his successes. He didn't talk about his losses. He mentioned that he got lost, but he didn't mention how deep was it, like how much did he lose. While getting profit, he mentioned he got 10 times, 15 times, 20 times. But during the loss also he should mention, but it wasn't mentioned. It was all about the upsides of his life. The downsides weren't mentioned clear. Maybe in other book he would have mentioned, but in this book it's not there. There are many other books written by him, and maybe he was financially good, he was just explaining his situations, but it would have been better if he has written his downside also. This book might be good for 2000s, in the year of 2005 till 2010, but now it might not be suitable for all of the people because most of us would have read this everything in school days or college or from our parents. If your parents have a business background, all these things, whatever it is mentioned, we can get all the information from our parents itself. So it's all the knowledge, whatever it is there in this book, we can get by talking to a person who has invested in some stocks. Now we can get information from every corner of the world. If you are talking to a person who has more knowledge in finance, there is no need of this book. So from the childhood onwards, nowadays all the parents or teachers or friends, they are incorporating the financial study also. Before it wasn't there in schools, but now financial study is also more important. So parents itself are teaching their children, or the students or the children itself are more interested in financial things. They are learning day by day how to do and how to invest more and how to develop their financial status. So for today's world, it might not be more suitable, I guess. It's just my opinion. Because after reading a book, every time I feel very good, even though it's a non-fiction or a fictional novel, it might be anything. But this book is only about one side. There is no other side of the coin. There is no critical explanation of the situation. So if you want to say anything, it should be both good and bad. So it should be both sides of the coin. And also critical explanation or critical evaluation of a situation is more needed. So that's why I think this book is not like up to the mark for the value it has in the market. So many people say that it's a very good book, you should read. But after reading this book, I felt like just reading the points and the information told by my father all these years. So everything, whatever I read in this book, I have heard somewhere else. So, and he didn't mention the losses. I have seen the people who lost by investing also. It's not a bad thing in investing, but he didn't mention that there will be both risks and also profits in it. He just given a single line about risks, but about profits he has written the whole book. So if you want any financial just insight, and if you don't have any knowledge about financial thing, how to invest, you can read this book. But a minimal knowledge in financial thing, if you have, I think no need to read this book. So as like book lover, after reading this book, I gave like 3 and 3.5 for this book, for 5, not for 10. So if you want to read, it's up to you, but it's okay to read one time, but it's not up to the mark as everyone says. So this is it for today, guys. If you like my book review, please like the video, share it with your friends, and comment in the comment section below. Keep watching Almo Fam.